Hey, it's NECKTIE. Welcome to episode 79 of my No GPS series, and in this one we're headed to Hilt, California. Let's get into it. So what have you missed since 78? We unloaded at Rustic, and I drove down here to Ford to get loaded. And now we're headed to Hilt. So we're going to come out of Ford and hang a left. Coming up here to take 101 north, and then we're going to take the 299 towards Reading exit, and then we're just backtracking on 299 to I-5, taking I-5 north into Hilt to the Tesla. And this is part of the reason why it's been such a pain in the ass to get here, because there's only two things here. So the load I have is actually a freight market load, because all of the trailers that I own, I went through and nothing was going to Hilt. Once we get there, hopefully I can get something up to Eugene in episode 80 to get that knocked off the list. But that is what we're doing. It was a whopping 1 mile over here. Here's the load info. This is actually Bart's max step deck. Pretty sure it's Bart's. Yep, it's a max step deck. It's Bart's. Forgive me, it's been a while. Which, no telling how this episode's gonna go, because it's been a while. Have not touched this game in about 2 weeks. Well, I take that back. I played the past 2 days on my main profile, but that's GPS, so this shall be interesting. And once we get out of here, I will fill everyone in of where the hell I've been the past 3 weeks, has it been? I'll give you a little hint, it wasn't fun. It appears it's rush hour in Eureka. Okay, so I can sneak out here at least. Alright, so where have I been? For those that don't know, Mom was diagnosed with breast cancer back in last June, July, something like that. She had a double mastectomy in October, then went through chemo. She made it through 3 chemo treatments, and then the doctors halted it because her body couldn't handle it. So we had plans of going up there for Christmas, but due to everything that she was going through, she said, hold off, we'll see you in the spring. Perfect. Fast forward to June of this year, as in last month. She was feeling really weak, gone to the doctor. Come to find out she was jaundice. So that started another battery of tests and everything. And I believe it was June 16th, she was diagnosed with liver cancer. '16th or 17th, something like that. So I, oddly enough, had a mental health appointment that day, just as I was finding out about that, but got out of that mental health appointment, called. They were on their way home from Sioux Falls from the hospital. Mom asked if she was going to get to see me, and I said absolutely. And then she instantly transitioned to telling me that I needed to see my brother because he lives in Arizona, and, you know, just life, the way life has been, I haven't seen him in about 5 years. So she swapped to that, and then as we're getting off the phone, she basically said, oh, by the way, your dad's a wreck, which, understandably. So we had planned, my brother and his family, and Angie and I were going to go to South Dakota on the 30th of June for the 4th of July holiday. Well, the week prior, alright, so we need 101, and this is going to be another stoplight hell, which is fine. So I believe it was Wednesday, the 20th, 22nd, I don't know, whatever the hell that Wednesday was. Basically got a text message from Dad that said, you may want to come sooner rather than later. So that turned into assholes and elbows, and Angie cleared her calendar, did everything that she needed to do, and we were basically on the road that Friday morning, the 23rd. Got up there about 4 in the afternoon on Friday. Dropped everything off at the hotel. Called Dad to let him know we were stopping by because we just didn't want to drop in, you know. Even though they're our parents, it was... Anyway. Now, I need to hit the 299 exit. So, I need to think about getting over here. So, walked in the house, next exit, perfect. And Mom was sitting in her chair. I can't really describe to you what she looked like, but obviously having liver cancer, you have a yellow tint to you. And then I instantly sat down, and she's like, "Oh, Ty, you made it," that sort of thing, and put her hand on my face, and we had a nice little conversation. She even asked, I don't know if it was Dad or if it was her that asked about what all of my YouTube followers were gonna think of me being gone for 2 weeks, or what were they gonna do, sort of thing. So I took that as an opportunity to show Mom all the messages that people had sent on Discord and everything, and she was over the moon over it. I put a big smile on her face and commented on how nice that was of people to do. And we probably talked for, I don't know, 2-3 hours. And then you could tell she was getting tired, so I helped Dad get her into the bedroom, and lanes merge left. Okay, well, I'm taking this lane up there, truck. Helped her get in the bedroom. Or helped Dad get her in the bedroom and into her chair because she hadn't been sleeping in the bed since her mastectomy because it was uncomfortable. So did that. Chatted with Dad for a bit and then went back to the hotel. Didn't really sleep that great, was up at like 7 o'clock. We hopped back in the vehicle, went over to Mom and Dad's house. And she was still in the room, in their bedroom. But in the middle of the night, Dad had heard something and woke up, and it was Mom trying to get out of her chair so she could go play cards. Well, she obviously can't do that. And then she started getting pissy with Dad, so Dad called the hospice nurse, and that put that stuff in motion. So when I got there Saturday morning, Dad had basically gave me an update saying that hospice was going to be bringing a hospital bed, and that was kind of that. She didn't say anything or open her eyes Saturday, really. Anyway, fast forward, hospice shows up with a hospital bed. My niece went and got a memory foam thing to make her more comfortable, and basically all bets were off. The hospice nurse said that she doesn't have to have her medication, but they put a morphine pump thing that gave morphine throughout the day, sort of thing, and if we felt she was uncomfortable, we could press a button and it would beep 3 times and give another dose. And they said you can do that as many times as you want. It's not going to hurt anything, so we only had to do that once. But anyway, fast forward. My brother and his wife arrived at probably 4:30. They had to do some serious finagling of flights out of Phoenix, but they ended up actually flying into Fargo, North Dakota, and then getting a rental car and driving down. But they arrived at like 4:30, and when my brother walked in the room, Mom actually opened her eyes. So she knew that Troy was there, and then she closed them. And then 8:30 or so that evening, Saturday evening, my nephew showed up, which is obviously her grandson. Oh, I apparently need to turn my lights on. And I'm still going the right way. Perfect. $2.99. He arrived at 8:30 at night Saturday, and she managed to open up her eyes again and knew that he was there. So she knew everybody was there. We all go back to the hotel rooms, and then I got a call about 1:30 in the morning, basically saying that she's no longer breathing. So I hopped in the Jeep, raced across town, and walked in the room, and and she wasn't breathing, so I sat next to her and held her cold, lifeless hand one last time. What do we got going on here? Right lane ends. Okay. So, yeah, that, that was like 1:30 in the morning. By the time the coroner left the house and everything, it was probably like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. Something that will probably live with me forever is the how am I trying to say it? Not only the thought, but the sight, like it's burned into my memory of me helping carry my mom out of the room onto the gurney and then zipping up the body bag. And I don't know why, it was almost like my military training had kicked in. It was just almost like it was what I was supposed to do, I guess, but yeah, so we loaded Mom up, and then we had to be at the funeral home at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So this is now Sunday. And Mom, being the outstanding woman she was and is, had everything planned. I don't think we were at the funeral home for 30 minutes because she had already had everything planned in that short amount of time. From when she found out that she was diagnosed with liver cancer until her passing, she used that time to plan everything. I was joking probably because she knew the three guys she was leaving behind were idiots and would have messed something up. But anyway, she had it all figured out. Okay, I need I-5 north left lane. So, yeah, and then her visitation was July 2nd, funeral was on the 3rd, so it wasn't a happy 4th of July by any means. In that amount of time, though, we had so many people come by the house, drop off food, and we ate so damn much. And so, wait a minute. Okay, so I'm supposed to turn here. Alright. Right? Yeah, it said left lane. I can't enter there, so... yeah, so when we were at the funeral home trying to figure out food, and oh, by the way, Mom, amazing. She didn't want food at her funeral. She wanted ice cream sundaes and cookies. So we had to figure out how many tubs of ice cream to order. And the funeral director was basically saying that in his experience, roughly 75% of the people that come to visitation don't go to the funeral. Plus, couple that with it being a holiday weekend, it may even be less. Well, luckily Dad's like, well, I'm just gonna order 4 big ass tubs of ice cream. Anyway, come to find out, after all was said and done, between the funeral, or between visitation and the funeral, they estimated 550 plus were there. So it was nuts. But again, though, that just goes to show how many people Mom had touched and affected, and that's just a fraction. And then one surprise was, because Mom used to sing at funerals and weddings, Mom actually sang at her own funeral, and let me tell you, when that song started, there wasn't a damn dry eye in that church. And she sang on Eagle's Wings, so, which I'm still waiting for a copy of. The pastor's supposed to get that to us, but so anyway, that was that's where I've been. And then Dad's side of it is he hadn't paid a bill in 57 years. So now he's freaking out about everything, but my brother and I, well, between him and his wife and me and my wife, we got him a new laptop, or got him a laptop, because his PC was super old, running Windows 7. So we got him a laptop, and my brother got him all set up with 2.5. Okay. We went through all of his bills and everything, and of course you have to, you know, get Mom's name off of stuff and yada yada yada, but we got him set up with bill pay, trained him how to do bill pay. And all of that sort of thing. So yeah, other than that, we got a lot of shit done in that short amount of time, though. To the point where I don't even know if I've had time to fully process everything. Which, I'm sure, at some point, it's gonna hit me like a brick wall. North, left lane. Alright. That was the wrong button. Oh. And I had the mute button still. Oh, I can't turn here. It's up here. Anyway, I'd hit the wrong button because I went to mute. Because I had to sneeze. And some of you are probably like, yeah, you do sound different. It's because I'm still getting over a cold or whatever the hell it is that hit like a Mack truck on Thursday after the funeral. Which I guess makes sense after, you know, shaking hands with as many people that we did between the funeral and visitation and people coming by the house, and anyway. there's a sign for Portland. How about Hilt? So yeah, that's basically what I've been doing this last week, is trying to get over this and be to a point where I can actually do a video where I'm not, you know, coughing every 30 seconds. But other than having to bury my mom, it was a good trip family-wise. I don't know any other way of saying that, but my dad, my brother, and I have all cried and hugged more than we probably have our entire life. Is this an exit coming up? That's a rest area, okay. Now, I do not remember a rest area. I do remember an agricultural center on the left-hand side. 97. I do remember that. That goes off to the right. Yes, okay. So we've got a little ways yet. I don't think it's very far away, though. So yeah, I'm basically, obviously, first video back, now to get in the swing of that as well. I had to do a lot of updates, so I'm really happy that the game's actually running. Actually, I take that back, it wasn't a lot of updates. But you'd be surprised how much you miss in 2.5, 3 weeks. And I tried to keep up on Discord when I was gone, but damn, there was just so much. I wish I knew where I was at on the map. I mean, I know I'm on I-5 North. Oh, and it's starting to rain. Okay, there's the agricultural station. So I want to say the next exit is the one we need. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. That would be it. Perfect. left at the end of this. It's dark out. I need fuel. And I don't think there's a fuel point in this city. Hilt discovered. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know why the hell this is on the map. Alright, let's just go down here and hopefully there's enough room to spin around. We'll take her wide. Oh, there's another load of the same stuff. I'm gonna hit that. No, we're good. Perfect. Now we'll see how bad I set this up in the middle of the night. Oh, not too bad. We'll pull up a little more. Get back under it. I didn't get under it fast enough. Alright, let's roll that down so I can see. Beautiful. Little minor correction, we got it though. Like a glove. It's like riding a bicycle. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Hilt is gone. That number is at 117. Outstanding. Let's see what's coming out of here just for shits and grins. I have a feeling I'm going to end up going up to Medford, which, let me check right quick. Job market, freight market. It's coming out of Medford. Something to Eugene? Yes, look at that. Perfect. So I'm probably going to head up to Medford, and we may just start the next episode there. Which all of this will then be yellow. If I fast travel, it won't be yellow, but I may just drive up there in the episode. I don't know yet. That'll be a game time decision though. We'll figure it out at some point. We always do. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, episode 79 comes to an end. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. And until the next one, y'all take care. Bye.